in the heart of the emerald canopy, where sunlight dapples the forest floor and life hums in quiet rhythm, a story unfolds. It is not one of simple nurture, but of deliberate love, a love that knows when to hold close and when to let go. This is the story of Lily, a devoted monkey mother, and the delicate, often painful balance between comfort and courage. The afternoon sun warms a secluded patch of grass. Here Button has just finished feeding her newborn infant. Milk drunk and dozy, the little one clings to her soft fur, a bundle of warmth and trust. But the forest does not pause for comfort. Sustenance must be found, herbs gathered for strength and medicine. Button gently detaches the tiny mouth from her breast. For her, parenting is divided into clear chapters, one for nourishment, another for instruction. And now, the lesson begins. The infant, still seeking the warm solace of milk, nuzzles closer. But this is no longer feeding time. This is the mother's time to forage, to seek out the precise leaves and roots that will keep them both healthy. With gentle firmness, Button blocks the infant's attempts to nurse. It is not rejection, it is redirection. Her watchful eyes hold a deeper purpose. The little one cries out, a soft, pitiful sound that tugs at the very threads of instinct. Yet Button holds her ground. She understands what the infant cannot, that in the wild, survival depends not just on milk, but on mastery. Every moment is a classroom. Even this moment of seeming separation is a lesson, the first chapter in a manual on resilience. As Button rises to leave, the infant's cry escalates into a panicked wail, tiny body trembling on the earth. And here, the mother's heart reveals itself. In one fluid motion, she sweeps the newborn up, pressing it tightly to her chest. The crying subsides into shaky breaths. Love is not absent in her discipline. It is the very reason for it. She carries her child as she walks, a living sanctuary on the move. They arrive at a small outcrop of rocks. Button has nursed for 6 hours. Fatigue whispers through her limbs. As she settles on a broad, sun-warmed stone, her infant clings to her side, still fearful of this new, unsteady world. And then a helper appears. Button's older child approaches, touching the newborn with curious, tender care. Even in her weariness, Button has built a family that supports its own. The newborn, still craving milk, begins to lick its mother's foot, a small, instinctual act of seeking comfort. Button not allows it, but she does not yield. She is foraging now, eyes scanning the greenery. Her body may be still, but her mind is in motion, teaching even through absence. The older sibling watches closely, learning too how to care, how to guide. Then, the first real test. The infant, driven by an innate curiosity, attempts its first wobbly steps across the rocks. But youth is unsteady. A small slip, a tumble into a shallow crevice. In a flash, Button is there, not with a cry, but with action. She retrieves her little one, gathering it safely against her back, and continues on. No fuss, only function. The lesson is already being absorbed. The world has edges, but mother is never far. They return to a lush meadow, a green pharmacy of herbs. As Button searches for plants to restore her strength, another figure approaches Grandma Clara, her own fur silvered with age and wisdom. The infant, ever eager, wobbles forward to greet her, but independence must be earned in small doses. Button watches closely, allowing the interaction but remaining alert. The world is full of friends, but a mother is the first and final guardian. Then, a moment of lightness. The older sibling, in a burst of playful teaching, encourages the little one to fly through the grass, a joyful, leaping game. But Button's eyes miss nothing. In an instant she swoops in, retrieving her newborn before adventure turns to accident. The infant protests with sharp cries, but Button's embrace is firm. Play is permitted, but protectio is non-negotiable. Back in the shade, Button offers the breast once more, a brief return to softness. The infant drinks eagerly, believing comfort has returned for good. But Button has a schedule written not in time, but in instinct. Soon she withdraws again. The infant's cry returns, confused and heartbroken. This is the hard rhythm of their days, comfort given, comfort withheld, all in service of a greater strength. Hunger drives the infant to try again and again, nuzzling, pleading. Lily responds not with milk, but with motion, guiding the little one to practice walking instead. The message is clear. I will not feed you now, but I will teach you how to move, how to climb, how to someday feed yourself. The infant's efforts for now end in failure, but failure is the first step toward competence. Scene 12. Here, finally, she eats not just for pleasure, but for survival. She eats the lotus with great concentration. Her hunger must be satisfied if she is to be a strong mother and teach her children. So, in the soft golden light of late afternoon, Button sits a mother feeding her baby resting close, her eldest child nearby. She is both gentle and strong, a living boundary between vulnerability and survival. Her love is not always gentle, but it is always wise. She knows that the greatest gift she can give is not endless comfort, but the ability to face the world without her. In the quiet classroom of the forest, Lily is both a lesson and a teacher, and her children are learning one division at a time. But the ability to face the world without her. In the quiet classroom of the forest, Lily is both a lesson and a teacher, and her children are learning one division at a time.
coi ai nôm thi à? Bên này.
Sampai ternyata ada. កូនវាស្គាល់ទេស្គាល់តែតែមិនឆៃមិនគ្រប់ទេបាទស្គាល់ជួយធ្វើតែម៉ៃ